What's up, everybody? I am Jerry,
This is Michael.
and we are back after a long hiatus. It's been about, I think, like 7 months since our last video.
Yeah, too long, too long.
Yeah. So apologies for that. Michael here made a big move across the states, and I've been busy
Yep.
with work and life stuff. So, yeah, we are trying to get back into it and trying to make it more regular. So, our next videos should hopefully be not as long of a gap in between them. So yeah, welcome back to us.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're going to be talking about my favorite army. Well, probably second favorite army. I think world leaders
I
might
was just
be,
gonna say,
might be,
are they
yeah.
the top world leaders? No, right?
No,
Okay,
no,
okay.
they're my second love for sure. But I think it's a close second. I love Genestealers, and we're gonna be talking about not only the new codex, but also the new kill team that just went up on pre-order yesterday. Um, from the time of recording this video, hopefully get it up today. So let's start with the kill team. Just gonna talk about the Genestealer half of it, basically. So the kill team termination just went up for pre-order yesterday. I was lucky enough to actually get one.
Banging
Um,
box.
yeah, so they sold out pretty immediately, as most GW stuff does these days, which really sucks. I wish they would make more or try to, reduce scalping somehow. But
Everything to order, man.
yeah,
Everything to order.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that would be great too. I know they have some kind of change coming to the state's facility. I don't know if they're expanding it or making it better or what. Hopefully they are, but yeah, pre-ordering is not the best experience right now. So unless you get on the second it goes live, especially if it's a popular box, then you're most likely not going to get one. So
Or you have to sell some sort of, maybe like a kidney or something to get it.
yeah, or you go on eBay and get scalped. So I think I
Yep.
saw some today going for 180. And
Oh
the
no.
yeah, the box price is 145. So they're already getting scalped at, almost $40 above MSRP. That is unfortunate. It's not a great system. Either way,
Just
I was lucky enough to get one. So
nice. That's beauty. Which is like 140-ish. I mean, that's still more than the
it's a
last,
good
what,
box.
three? Three that they put out? But it is fantastic.
Yeah, it might be a little more, but it's a good box. Like altogether, I think pieced out, it's probably around 240, 250. I think I saw. So
Oh, that's insane savings.
yeah, it's good savings, and it's a really nice box. Like, let's take a look at the Brew Brothers here. It's just the Cadian sprue, but with an upgrade sprue for the Brood Brothers. And there's quite a few unique options that come into that. They've said that there's 11 heads and a bunch of different weapon and utility options. So you got like a power sword for the leader. You got a sniper rifle, shotgun with a like kind of third arm claw dude over here. You got a shock maul guy, a med kit guy with some kind of like almost an artesium looking thing, some kind of green syringe juicer, as well as a cult icon, and there's like a dual wield knife guy. Yeah, there he is. And it also comes with the leader box. Can't remember what it's called. The Primus Magus Patriarch box with the two familiars.
Yeah.
So it's a good box to get, especially if you're new to GSC. But even if you aren't, Primuses get spammed right now. They're probably like the best character that they have prior to the Codex. So having multiple of them is good. The Brood Brothers is a really awesome kit. I love it. Magus, not so great, but it's a cool model. And Patriarch, like, you gotta have one. Even if you're not using it, and they aren't really used much these days, unfortunately, it's a lovely model. So, all around great kit. Oh yeah, there's a demo charge guy too. So, the other part to this kit is the crappy part, which is it looks like they're not getting rules for 40k. Yeah. So there are multiple articles on the Votan half, the Hernkier or Einkier or whatever they're called.
Yeah, that like the pioneer dudes.
Yeah, the
Yeah, that have
Pioneer
the
without
yeah.
bikes. So they're getting rules. They already have rules actually. They put out a like digital update.
Hmm.
Um, and there are multiple hints to that weeks before the box came out. There was no kind of hint about the Brood Brothers though, which is very strange because all the previous kill teams, that have come out have gotten 40k rules. Like the Beastmen, the Chaos Beastmen, those got rules for Chaos Marines now. What else is there that was unique? The Eldar Corsairs, um,
Yeah, I hope that that changes for sure. I hope that
the
that's
Night
just like
Lords. Actually,
in the.
I don't think they are getting. I don't think the Night Lords are getting their own rules because they have like
No,
some kind of unique kit options in there. They have the detachment, but not
hmm.
actual rules for the weapon options. So maybe that was the start of this unfortunate trend. And it is unfortunate because it's a lovely kit, and I'm
Yeah, the
still gonna
models look
use them.
fantastic.
Like I'm still gonna
Hmm.
use them as just Brood Brothers, because you're gonna be able
Hmm.
to still take Astra Militarum stuff, and I'll just use them as like Acadian shock squad or whatever. And also they're gonna be great for Necromunda too, because I play a little bit of that, and these are some cool models that I'll be able to use for that, like some sniper dudes and like a medic type guy, Cult Icon.
The medic die, it looks really cool.
Yeah, so they'll definitely get some use. I wish they were getting some specific rules, but it is what it is.
It be what it be.
Yeah. So let's now go into the 40k stuff. Today they had an article about next week's pre-orders, which is going to be Sisters, Genestealer Cult Codex combo, as well as the Pride Nexus update data whatchamacallits.
The mission cards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mission
yeah.
cards. So we'll talk about the other stuff a little later, but for now we're just going to focus on the Genestealer Cult stuff. First off, Codex art is awesome. That Primus
Oh,
on the
S tier,
cover,
S tier
yeah, that's
for sure.
gotta be one of the sickest codexes ever. And then the limited edition as well. I was telling Michael this before we were on the video that Abominate is my favorite character, and so having him on a limited edition cover, it's almost enough to make me want to buy it.
Just,
Yeah, almost, but probably not. I know some of the collectors, they have like the gilded edges. I don't think it mentions anything about gilded edges, but if it was like a purple gilded, like a shiny purple,
oh,
like
oh my God.
how
Let's
awesome would
go.
that be? But I don't
I'm
think it
so
says
in.
anything about that, so I don't need to hear that, because if I hear that it does have purple gilded edges on that might be enough.
Immediate,
That might be
immediate,
enough.
immediately purchase.
Yeah, very beautiful. I really like that codex. So
I feel like some of this artwork needs to be like on your, like on one of your doors in your apartment. Just,
yeah, honestly, I might like get some posters of this stuff, put it up.
hmm.
That's not a bad idea. Um, let's talk about the Battle Force. I think this is a really sick Battle Force. The Biosanctic Brood Surge. I don't know if you've taken a look at this.
Hmm.
Do you have the page up as well?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so we got 2 trucks / rock grinders. You can do either or for those kits. You have 10 of the new Genestealers. So they came out with the Tyranid Wave. Very lovely models. We actually talked about those in, I think, our last video, the
Yeah,
video before.
yeah. In the Tyranid video, yep.
Yeah. You get a unit of Neophytes, which is a staple to the army, and then you get 5 Aberrants, which are also a staple. They're very good right now. You get the Abominate, which is, like I said, probably my favorite character. He's not so great right now. I'm hoping that changes in the Codex. And then you get the new Benefictus, the new Psyker. And then a note
I
on
love this
him.
guy.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool model. I did hear he is going to be an anti-tank Psyker. So,
Oh,
yeah, I'm guessing he's going to have, like, a one-shot, very strong ranged psychic attack.
his brain just turns into a hunter killer missile,
Yeah, yeah.
essentially.
Or like a molten beam type deal, whatever it is.
Hmm.
It's gonna be cool. He's probably not going to be able to join a lot of units. Probably just neophytes, maybe acolytes. They tend to go, what type of unit it is. Those are the types that can join. Like Gravis with Gravis,
Hmm.
Terminators with Terminators. So he's a standard like later generation looking Genestealer Cult guy, but with the exception of the huge brain. So I could see him either joining neophytes or acolytes. Hopefully both.
Yeah,
Um,
agreed. I like how in GSC you'd know you've made it if you have 3 arms, like with
yeah.
the exception of like the gene stealers,
Uh
right? Like
huh.
if you're a little bit more humanoid and you got 3 arms, you're like, I'm almost there, almost the 4 armed.
Almost. Almost the splitting image of my four-armed emperor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a nice box. If I didn't already have so much for Genestealer Cult, I would probably pick this up. I will wait for the Benefactus to come out on his own for me to pick him up. I do not have any of the new Genestealers. I will pick them up eventually, but currently I already have 60, so I don't need them. But they are cool and I want them.
They agreed, agreed. They are super fun.
Yeah, Aberrants. I think I have like 15 or so. So 5 more wouldn't, be a terrible idea. But with the other stuff in here, I really just don't need it. Neophytes, I have like 40 or 50, so I don't really need any more of those guys. But it's a great box. For starting out, I think this would be a great box to pick up for a new player. And then we also have the Combat Patrol. This is definitely a downgrade from the last one. The old Genestealer Cult Combat Patrol was kind of widely accepted as the best one out of all of them. I got it. I'm looking at it right here. Actually, let me grab this real quick.
It's
Slow
so
one.
frustrating
Yeah,
to see
it's
the combat patrol
ridiculous.
changes all across the board. It's raises a lot of questions for something that's supposed to be aimed at newer players to make them like, oh, this is just worse.
Yeah,
It's very like, oh, okay.
yeah. The old one was great. You got 20 neophytes, so two 10-man Speroos, 5 aberrants, as well as a truck, a box of 5 acolytes, or a sprue of 5 acolytes, and then also the female Magus sculpt. Um, all very good options and great. Well, with the exception of the Magus, probably, but other than
Hmm.
that, very good box. And the points wise, it was above 500, I believe. So the points per dollar is very good value. Um, and that was one that like took forever to come out as well. I remember it was like the Genestealer Cult and then the Grey Knights one, I
Yep,
think,
and then it
and
was.
maybe
Yep.
Custodies as well. They got previewed like a year before they came out, and then it took I think almost a full year for them to actually come out, and I was able to pre-order and get it eventually. But yeah, distribution issues, are not new with GW. So
And it's
this
even
new
worse now.
box, yeah, it is worse.
Hmm.
New box is a bit of a downgrade. If you don't have this stuff, it can be good. Acolytes are pretty good right now, and they're probably going to be just as good in the new codex. Um, so that's a good thing to have. Acolytes are great. The Ridge Runner, I don't have any Ridge Runners, and I do want one or two, but I wouldn't pick it up in this box. I'd probably pick it up separately.
It's too
Um,
separate, yeah.
yeah, I also don't have any bikes, and I'm not a big fan of the bike playstyle. But there is probably going to be a detachment focused on them, so they could see some play. And depending on which detachment turns out to be kind of the quote unquote good one, maybe this box could end up being good. Um,
Hmm.
but as of now, I'm thinking it's not. It's a bit of a downgrade, and I think that opinion is shared as well. So, the other thing I want to touch on is the video on the top of the preview page. So we got a still of the contents page of the Genestealer Cult's Codex. And this does give us some hints and proof as to the no Brood Brothers. So it's very hard to see, and the Genestealer Cult's Discord has already, pieced it out and zoom in enhanced this thing.
Some dude Mission Impossible that the
Oh yeah.
second he saw it for sure.
Yeah. So we got 5 detachments, and then it has all of the unit data sheets in the contents page here. There's no Brood Brothers in this list, and then also uniquely, the Acolytes are split into 2 different units in the new codex. So you have Acolytes with pistols, and you have Acolytes with flamers. So previously they kind of acted as 2 different units because you would either go with a flamer version or you went with a like a mining weapon version of the Acolytes. So now they're 2 distinct units. So if you really wanted to, you could field 3 10-man flamer units and then 3 10-man mining weapon units, which is pretty cool if you really want to spam them. So that's nifty. We got the new Benefictus in here somewhere in this list, and then no Brood Brothers, unfortunately. They've already mentioned there's going to be 5 detachments. We have Day of Ascension. That's the one from the index. It gives you sustained and ignores cover, I believe, on the first turn you come in from reserves. It's the standard detachment. It's okay. I'm hoping for some really cool ones. Cool abilities in the new detachments.
And this is a perfect opportunity, right, to like really go into more unique detachment rules.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, we'll see kind of what GW decides to do, because it seems like we have 2 distinct play groups testing out codexes, but we don't have to really go into that. But
Yeah.
this is such a unique army, and it would be really fun to make continue that uniqueness and give them detachments that really double up on that.
Yeah, we want some fluffy stuff, and we want it to be good. Genestealers already have like a very small player base with a pretty decent win rate historically. So they've been known as the high skill cap army. Like if you're very good at playing them, you're gonna do well, and it's very rewarding to have that play style. The past have had their meticulous planning upgrades, I think they were called, with the 9th edition codex. Those are really awesome, and it really rewarded you like planning ahead and playing to the strengths of the army and manipulating your opponent and board control and all that. It was really cool. So I'm hoping to see something similar to that in the new detachments. So the other ones we have, very hard to read, but we have something congregation, and this has been talked about in the Discord as being a Pauper Princes style from the previous codexes, where it's kind of acolyte focused. So acolytes and maybe hybrid metamorphs, maybe even neophytes. It's going to be probably the infantry spam detachment. So maybe some more bonuses to the coming back to life rolls for the units. That could be cool.
That would be fun.
But we'll see. And then we have Biosanctic Brood Surge. This is the one they've talked about, where it's going to be focused around Genestealers and Aberrants, the more mutant-y side of the codex. That's the one I'm most excited for. I really hope that they put Genestealers as battle line in that detachment, so that you could, bring 6 units. I think it's probably unlikely, unfortunately, but it would be really cool. It would be really cool if they did that.
It would, because they capped them at 10 now, right?
Yeah, they're capped at 10, and so you can only bring 30 Genestealers. But for a detachment focusing around them, it would be cool if they made that battle line. They did that with Chaos Marines, the like damned detachment. I don't remember what it's called, but it makes the battle line. So that was like the Traitor Guard, and the Enforcer, I think, and then the Accursed Cultist. Yeah, those might be damned as well. So something like that would be really cool for Genestealers. I do not expect that aberrants would become battle line. I think that would be a little ridiculous. But it's going to be like the hard hitting melee units. So yeah, the Genestealers and aberrants. That one I'm most excited for. Next, we have something that looks like Outrider Claw. That's definitely going to be the bike detachment. Bike and probably vehicles as well, maybe Ridge Runners. There's probably going to be some sort of like strike and fade mechanic, I'm guessing, or like a turbo boost stratagem, something like that, I would assume, to make the bikes nice and cool.
Yeah, maybe something like a similar to Stormlance with maybe some advanced
Yeah,
charge for
advanced
mounted
charge would be
units
cool
and
too.
etc.
Yeah,
I love the bike models. I mean, really, all the Genestealer Cult vehicles are so
yeah.
fun.
I do like the models. I'm just not a big fan of the rules for them. So
Hmm.
yeah, maybe something will change. We'll see. The final one is the Brood Brother Auxilia. That one they've mentioned as well in a previous article. The rumors are that it's going to allow you to take up to 1,000 points of Brood Brothers instead of the standard 500 for a 2,000 point list. So you'll be able to take half of your army as guard, essentially. So that's going to be really cool. I'm sure the same limitations are going to be in effect where it can't be like Krieg stuff, it can't be epic heroes. Yeah, it'll just be like your quote unquote standard guard stuff. I think the regiment stuff. So I believe Baneblades fall into that list. So with that,
Oh no.
yeah, I think with that detachment, you would be able to take 2 Baneblades. Because I believe they're just under 500 points right now. So you could take 1,000 points of GSC and then 2 Baneblades. I don't think that's going to be a, meta
That's
list.
competitive. It would be entertaining though to at least
Yeah,
see
it would
on
be
the
cool.
field.
It would be really cool.
I think too we kind of discussed having a little bit of Tyranid, more Tyranid edition too, with
Yeah,
alongside the guard stuff would be fun as well. So I don't know
yeah.
if
It
that will
doesn't look
happen,
like it's
but
going to happen, but yeah, we were talking about how cool it would be if they had a Tyranids allied attachment too. Like, if, the Brood Brothers, you can take 500 points in a standard game. It'd be cool if they had an attachment that was like you could take 500 points of Tyranids instead of Brood Brothers, something like that.
absolutely.
But I think they are putting that idea to rest. No more allying Tyranids and Genestealer Cult. I'm not sure why that decision was, but it could be that in the lore and like recent lore, it's not really a fact that they do work together. Like in the Day of Ascension book, actually, it's just a great book about Genestealer Cult and AdMech. Highly recommend it. I guess this would be a little bit of a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear about the ending of that book, then, don't listen. Turn the video off. But in the end of that book, the Tyranids do come to the planet, and instead of like, Genestealer cults and Tyranids working together to destroy the rest of the life forms on the planet, the Tyranids just come and devour everything. They're not sparing anyone. So, and there's also been lore bits about whenever the Tyranids do come, the Patriarch will just immediately start killing his, closest allies or whatever, like a Primus and a Magus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's not like they are working together. It's
Yeah, it's
the
like one
Tyranids,
leads into the next. Yeah.
yeah. The Patriarch is just there to guide the hive mind into the planet and then devour it. So he's not there to like take care of his offspring. He's there to complete his mission. So that could be a reason why we're not seeing that in the rules anymore. But yeah, hopefully in the future we'll get something like that back. But don't cross your fingers.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah. But I think this is going to be a really fun codex, and I'm greatly looking forward to it. Yeah, we will see. It goes on pre-order next week, Saturday,
next week. Yeah.
and comes out on the 22nd, I believe. So put that on your calendars. It's going to be awesome.
Mark it.
Anything else we should cover about the Genestealer Cult, you think?
I think right now that's probably pretty good until we have Codex in hand, and then once we get all that information, we'll go through and talk about kind of where we think they're headed for the meta, and you know how they'll do on the tabletop, in addition to just how the flow of the rules go, and discuss that.
We'll do a part two when the codex comes out and assess. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. Cool. All right. Well, I think this will be the end of the video. And like I said, we're going to try to get more consistent with our uploads now that we're all settled and stuff. So expect the next one very soon. Until then,
Absolutely.
yeah, take it easy.